Wrestling fans, I want to thank you for joining us this week right here for Wrestlevision. I'm your host, I'm Scotty Bender, and fans making the trip from Buffalo, New York this week, Buffalo's favorite son, Ivan the Impaler.
As always, thank you very much, Scotty Bender, for allowing me to be here on Wrestlevision, and I understand you have quite the special show planned for today.
Ivan, it's a very special show. We have had a lot of people that have come on the show throughout the years, and they've touched our heart in one way or the other. So this week, we're going to see where they are now.
Well, Scotty Bender, why don't you just call this episode, Where Are They Now?
No, Bobby, Marvin, dude, that dog's got gumption, I tell you, Bobby.
Sweet Bobby.
Ziggy's got some nerve, doesn't he, Bobby?
Well, Ivan, first up is Cupcake. I mean, Cupcake was around all the time, and then he just disappeared. The last I heard, he left me a note, and he said he was touring with the Oak Ridge Boys.
He was touring with the Oak Ridge Boys? On tour with them?
Well, not really touring with them musically. He was actually following their tour like a groupie. And now he's back. And I heard he's real busy, working on a lot of projects. He's got his fingers in a lot of pies. He's on the internet. And I heard he's got his own show.
Wait. Cupcake has his own TV show?
He does. And I believe, Ivan, we have a clip. Yes, we have a clip. So let's go to Cupcake's TV show.
Oh, Rambot, look, receiving transmission.
Oh, this is not gonna be good.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, look, no. Oh, hey, isn't that Bobby Tender?
It's that fuzzy monitor.
Or Scotty Bender? Who's got time to read all those words?
Worse than those Buffalo Bills.
Rambot, what? Can you read that? Tell me what it says. Too many words, I tell you.
Well, you're one to talk.
I'm getting confused, Rambot. Confused, I tell you. Oh,
The handsome Randbot.
in space. Pretty planets. Oh,
Excuse me?
oh, look at that, Rambot. Oh, Wrestlevision in space. Oh, there he is again. Oh,
Thank you for joining us.
a floating head. I haven't seen a floating head like that.
I'm Scotty
Since
Bender, and joining me
Betty
is the
Davis,
co-host
I tell you.
the
Rambot.
Floating head.
Sweet Lou.
Bobby
So, Lou, how
Tender
have you been? You
or
just got
Scotty
back from
Bender's
Beta
talking
Gamma
to the
6.
floating
How
head.
is it up there?
Well, it's all right.
Spooky.
You know, it's
Spooky,
right
I
next
tell
to
you,
Beta
Rambot.
Gamma 5.
Spooky.
Well, hold your communicator there.
That floating head.
Here at Beta Gamma 6
give it
has
to me.
7 sons, 7.
Wow, that was something else, Scotty Bender. But I gotta ask you, who was that in the footage with Cupcake?
That was actually the Randbot, and thank God I finally found out what happened to the Randbot. I was so worried the last time I saw him, he was passed out by the toilet.
Wow. By the way, Scotty, was Handsome Randy here today?
Well, no, he was here, but actually it was 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Doesn't it kind of smell like there's a dead cat in the wall?
That's what a lot of people say.
And I said I had knee brace. He didn't believe me.
And did you have a knee brace on?
Yeah, I did.
Did he directly accuse you of being a terrorist?
Yes, he did. He said, he said it fast. Where's the gun? Where's the knife? Where's the bomb? I said, dude, I have a knee brace.
Next up, Ivan, is someone who is, I would say, peculiar. You actually know him, and you introduced him to me.
That's right. I have introduced Uber fan Klepp to you, and actually I've gotten the feeling, Scotty Bender, that you've always held that against me, that I've introduced him to you.
I have.
Well, anyway, yeah, Uber fan Klepp, for those of you who haven't seen him on this show, he's just a hardcore wrestling fan, very enthusiastic, very knowledgeable, a little bit scary, but all around a nice guy. And he was the subject of one of my interviews on the segment that you called Fans. But Scotty Bender, here's the deal. We thought it'd be kind of neat. You could kind of turn the tables around, and instead of having Klepp being interviewed, have him interview one of the wrestlers he adores. Kind of like bringing the world of the fans and the wrestlers closer together.
I can't wait to see it.
My name is Scott Klepp under the Blue Blazer mask. And I personally been doing an interview with Brodie Lee.
Yeah, hey, Blue Blazer mask.
Hey, who?
Yeah,
Tell us about your opponent, Kevin Dunn.
I'll tell you about my opponent, Blue Blazer mask. He's a good guy, but I'm gonna have to beat him tonight. Next question.
I want some Jack Daniels, man. You don't share with me, man. What's up with that?
Water bottle in your hand.
He asked you why you carry a gas bottle in the hand.
You asked me that? Here, let me show you why. That's why, right there. What do you think of that?
That's a pretty good reason. What year did you start? What year did you
I started wrestling in about 79.
What year did you start debut?
I debuted in 79.
You want me to slap you?
Yeah, wake me up. What do you about the heavy title chase?
It's pretty cool. Next question. All right, that's gonna wrap up this interview. But I'm here with Blue Blazer mask. Thank you very much, Blue Blazer mask. Give me a big high five. Bam! Ooh.
Blue Blazer! Blue Blazer! Blue Blazer! Blue Blazer! Blue Blazer!
This guy gets me on the spot.
Oh, I seen your face before. You ain't ugly. You're a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Take that mask off. Show me.
Take it off. Take your pants off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Smile for the camera.
You're a pretty
I love you, man. Yeah. I'm Scott. I'm Scott Klepp, Blue Blazer, signing off for Wrestlevision. I'm saying so long, guy. So long.
Scotty Bender. James Champagne, by the way, in the champagne-colored trunks. Phil Atlas in the black-colored trunks, or tights, or long pants, whatever you will. But I agree, Champagne seemed to get a lukewarm reception from the crowd. As you know, Champagne should never be served unless cold.
Now Champagne catches Atlas with that right hand. I didn't expect to see a clean bake from Champagne.
Champagne looks pretty bubbly early in the match.
Look for a count number time. Oh, Champagne right to the midsection with a boot, then follows up with a right hand right to the back of Phil Atlas.
You can read a map of pain etched across Atlas's face, Scotty Bender.
Who's Atlas now?
And now Champagne, very arrogant early on in this match with Phil Atlas. Whips him in. Nice move there by Atlas. Oh, Atlas with some right hands. Off the ropes, Champagne looking to take him over the back break, but nice leg scissors takeover by Phil Atlas. Wheelbarrow by Champagne, but arm drag takeover by Atlas. Nice chain wrestling there. Oh, and then catches him with a drop kick right in the mush. Follows up with a right hand. Left arm of James Champagne. Champagne now trying to fight out with some back elbows. Atlas relinquishes the hold. Drop down and catches him again. Oh, kangaroo drop kick right to the side of the head. 1, 2. Only a 2, Ivan.
If he's talking to Champagne right now, you know what he's telling him? Hey, Champagne, you just got served.
Now Atlas again. Oh, and Champagne right to the midsection. Trying to fight out of that left arm wringer there by Atlas, and Atlas gets caught right in the breadbasket with a knee by James Champagne.
What goes better with Champagne than a breadbasket, Scotty Bender? A jug of
Wait a
wine.
minute, there goes Atlas. Wait a minute, no. Stays on the ring apron, but Champagne doesn't realize it. Champagne gets rushed in. Oh, gets caught with the shoulder. Atlas trying to fight from the outside of the ring on the aim ring. Gets caught right in the eyes with the finger to the eye. And now Champagne trying to bring in Atlas the hard way. Atlas readjusting his weight. Up and over. Nice roll up, and the mic hears. Oh, and there goes Atlas to the outside. Atlas unable to defend himself as Champagne is just kicking away. Now just drives a boot right underneath the chin of Phil Atlas. Referee Dave Judd trying to lay down that 5 count, but Champagne taking full advantage.
And right now, Scotty Bender, Phil Atlas is finding out that sometimes, the taste of champagne can be very bitter indeed.
Now again, Champagne goes behind with that backdoor suplex. Wait a minute, Atlas reverses his weight. Cross body block falling on top of Champagne, and oh, only a 2. Now Atlas fighting back. Backing up Champagne with some right hands and some forearms. Goes to whip across the way, but Champagne reverses Atlas. Champagne comes rushing in, but Atlas follows up with that back elbow. Oh, power slam, perfectly executed. by James Champagne.
Beautiful adjustment by James Champagne. Use the Atlas's momentum against him. We have a cover.
Very sloppy cover, Ivan.
Sloppy Champagne.
Usually Champagne makes me sloppy.
There you go. Either that or beer. One of the two. But we're not going to talk about beer anymore, Scotty, but or Champagne. No more cheap analogies, fans.
Oh, now just choking Atlas. Squealing like a pig.
He's choking him. He can't believe the power in his hands. It's like he can't control his hands. They are weapons beyond his own mental stimulation and control, Scotty Bender. And he has his foot on Phil Atlas. He has his foot, he's stomping him. He's crushing him as if he were crushing grapes, which go to make various types of drinks, but we don't talk about it anymore. But James Champagne, he is out of control, Scotty Bender. Out of control, I tell you. The man is mad.
Now Champagne hooks him in. Oh, that pendulum backbreaker. Hooks the far leg. This could be out for Atlas, and no, only a 2. Champagne declaring he is the best.
The best what? Taxidermist? Dry cleaner? What's he the best at?
I'm assuming wrestler. No, not a. Again, another near fall. What did he say?
I don't know.
Uh-oh! Champagne now threatening the SRO crowd here at Club Social, and that's standing room only for you fans out there, and no body slam. Now Champagne calling for the end, but taking way too much time, allowing that window of opportunity for Phil Atlas. Is now Champagne again jaw-jacking, not paying attention. Now Atlas to his feet, leaving his feet with those forearm smashes. Champagne on the top turnbuckle. Here goes Atlas to the top. Oh, he misses as Champagne hangs onto the top rope, preventing Phil Atlas from that Frankenstein from the top rope.
Very, very smart. Who says drinking kills your brain cells? Champagne held on to the ropes, as you said.
Presence of mind of the veteran.
He knew what was coming. He knew what was coming, and he held on for extra leverage and to feed the maneuver. Now he goes.
Oh, he just telegraphs that double axe handle from the top rope, and Atlas catches him with that side kick right to the midsection. Looks like Champagne might be the first one to his feet. No, wait, Atlas is to his feet. Champagne turns around. Gets his right hand block. Oh, knife edge shot right across the chest. Again, Atlas blocks him, now follows up with a forearm smash. Champagne misses. Atlas is firing away like a Gatling gun with those forearm smashes. Wait, Champagne reverses. Flying burrito there by Atlas. Follows up with a Glares line. Takes him over. He's got Champagne reeling. Oh!
He planted him like a tulip in the springtime, Scotty Bender.
1, 2. That snapmare driver by Phil Atlas. Pump handle. Atlas, though, reverses, misses with that spinning heel kick. Champagne scoops him up. He's got Atlas in a bad way. Oh, Oklahoma Stampede power slam. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2.
I believe he calls that the Chardonnay Stampede, Scotty Bender. That's what James Champagne calls that movie. They don't drink champagne in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, their idea of champagne is Miller Lite that hasn't gone stale yet.
Oh, jawjacker. Oh, instant Gary that rings out here at Sub Social. Now Atlas, coils up his knees and drives him right into the back.
What do you call that maneuver, Scotty Bender?
Effective. Playing to the crowd. Going up to the top. Wait a minute, what the hell is El Reverso doing here? El Reverso crotching Phil Atlas.
I was watching James Champagne. What, someone came in?
El Reverso came in out of nowhere.
I don't see him.
Crotching Phil Atlas. Cutting him off, and now wait a minute, Champagne's got Atlas. Oh, and that spine bomb. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
So you're saying El Reverso came in and pushed Phil Atlas?
El Reverso from the back.
And
people want to hear about my personal life. There's more there. Go ahead.
Under interests, feeding Randy?
Oh, that's a typo. It's feeling Randy. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Ivan, next up on Where Are They Now, we kind of discussed this a few months ago on viewer mail, and we do get a lot of questions on the whereabouts of the Randette. And I'm going to bring you in on this one. You being a lawyer, I think you could provide the fans out there a legal analysis of the situation.
Yes, I did look into the matter, Scotty, and to cut through all the legalese and all the lawyer jargon, the Randette's in jail. He's in jail.
Yeah, he's in jail. Yep, he's in jail, and we tried to film the event. However, it was a closed courtroom. We were not allowed, but I was able to get some court documents. I do have the unofficial transcript of the sentencing.
Wow, that's just great, Scotty Bender, because you know what? I also understand that we have some of the court papers as well, along with an artist's sketch rendering of the events that transpired.
Great. Okay, so let's take a look and basically see what happened.
Day 16 of the trial of the Randette, sentencing. Judge Arnold Vick has determined an audio tape conversation between the defendant, the Randette, and his accuser will be taken into consideration for sentencing. Judge Vick proceeds to lambaste the Randette for his unbelievable things he has heard on the tape. Now the judge will give the Randette a chance to speak for himself. The Randette breaks out in a British accent. "That's not me, Your Honor." The courtroom and even Randette's lawyer are in shock. The judge asks Randette. The person on this tape refers to himself as the Randette several times. "Yes, Your Honor, but that clearly is not me voice." Still undeterred, Judge Vick continues. The person on this tape claims he has won a contest to become Handsome Randy's valet. "Haven't you served in this capacity?" "Yeah, you're right, Your Honor. I admit that is quite a coincidence." The Randette proceeds to run down a laundry list of possibilities for how this could have happened, making sure to use many British terms, such as referring to his attorney as "my solicitor," and to the bathroom where the incident occurred as the loo. Finally, an angry Judge Vick ends the proceedings with several strikes of his gavel. And now, as their Randette is hauled off to jail, he is heard saying, "I could really use a fag right now." That's British for a cigarette, although it should be noted there was no longer a trace of a British accent.
Here we go. We've got the NWA Upstate Tag Team titles on the line as M-Dogg 20 and Josh Prohibition, the Burning River Brigade, and the challengers, the Ring Crew Express, who apparently have thrown the fans aside.
Apparently this match is pinfalls only. Getting out of the cage doesn't seem to matter since 2 of the 4 are already out of the cage.
Now trying to go over the top of the cage, but M-Dogg 20 right there to stop him.
That's the problem with the steel cage. That's a sharp cage. You hit that thing with your face, you're going to bleed.
Now Marcos and M-Dogg jockeying for position on that top rope while Josh Prohibition and Kevin Dunn on the outside still. Oh, and the powerbomb by M-Dogg. What impact.
Great move, great balance there. Always thinking M-Dogg 20. Instead of a cover though, he's going for a choke.
And now Kevin Dunn on the outside looks like he's also busted open as Josh Prohibition. And Kevin Dunn continuing to fight on the outside. Oh, there goes Dunn into the cage. And then there's Marcos.
That's Marcos back
courtesy
to
of
back.
M-Dogg.
This match is only about 3 minutes old, and Marcos is a bloody mess.
Now Marcos, throat draped across that middle rope as M-Dogg 20 just choking Marcos.
Referee's not even checking for a submission right now. This is just a brawl.
No one even in this match. This is what you get when you mess with
And Prohibition continues to administer punishment to Kevin Dunn on the outside, using that cage just as effectively on the outside as M-Dogg 20 was using it on Marcos in the inside. And now finally Josh Prohibition and Kevin Dunn in the confines of the squared circle. So far the tag team champions really giving it to the challengers. Oh, there goes Kevin Dunn. into the cage as he's in between the ropes and the cage, and now Marcos stuck in between that cage and ring ropes also.
M-Dogg and Prohibition, it looks like they're just having fun beating up on these guys. They got to remember that they're not challengers anymore. They are champions. They have to pin these guys. They've got to win the match or they risk losing those Upstate Tag Team titles.
Oh, and that just drop kicking the backs of Marcos and Dunn, forcing the faces of the challengers again into that steel cage.
They're doing well, but I don't know about this arrogant behavior here. If you got an opportunity to win a match, I say you take it.
Now the challenger's trying to fight back.
Wait a second.
Up and Smoke is here.
Cheech and Cloudy coming over the top.
And that's not a Canadian Maple Leaf on the trunks of Cloudy. And now Cheech and Cloudy to the top rope. Oh, they just launched their bodies like Scud missiles out of the sky.
Each man only probably weighs about 165 pounds, but you put them 15 feet above you, have them come down on top of you, feels like a heck of a lot more than that.
And now Cheech and Cloudy have entered this championship match here inside the steel cage.
And they come in at an incredibly unfair advantage. I mean, these other guys have been going at it for about 6 minutes now. They just come in fresh as daisies, and apparently the referee's letting it go.
Now the teamwork here by Up and Smoke. I have to agree with him. I mean, Up and Smoke, this match has been going on for a good 10 minutes, and now they come out, you know,
they
after
come
both
right
of the
in.
Prohibition and M-Dogg battered each other.
Absolutely, it's an unfair advantage, but hey, if they can get away with it, again, the big chops of Kevin Dunn.
Oh! Dunn just lighting the chest up of Cheech. And now Prohibition and Cloudy on the outside. Comes rushing in. Oh, Yakuza kick. And now Prohibition. Oh, he darts him right into the cage on the outside.
But M-Dogg 20 with that backflip there. He's got the right hands going into Marco's head. Kevin Dunn seems unaware of the trouble his partner's in right now. He's just going with that choke. Looks like it's every man for himself. This doesn't even look like teams anymore.
Now Cloudy off that cage. Hurricane takeover. And Prohibition on the outside. Beautiful agility. Now Yakuza kick.
Oh,
and Cheech's head had nowhere to go but into that steel cage. What impact. Now Prohibition going after Cloudy. He's got him up.
Styles clash.
Oh, and then just throws him into the cage. Back of his head crashing into that steel cage.
These 6 guys have only got one speed. They go in overdrive at all times.
And the Burning River Brigade into the cage simultaneously. Now Cheech.
Version of the sliced bread number 2 there off the cage. Cheech almost had an opportunity to go for a cover, but look at this. One half of the tag team champions up on top.
M-Dogg to the top. Oh, double stomp. Oh. And then drives Cheech right into the sternum of Marcos.
Look at this, the power bomb.
Oh my God. And sunset power bomb. 1, 2, 3.
Wait a second. The referee counted both pinfalls. Well, at least we know Dunn and Marcos didn't win.
And the Burning River Brigade.
Apparently,
referee's decision.
What, in a tie it goes to the runner. So in a tie, it goes to the champions? Is that what it is?
Ivan, it's almost time to go. We're out of time, unfortunately. But I got to tell you, I've enjoyed the updates on Where Are They Now.
A trip down memory lane is always refreshing and reinvigorating, Scotty.
But before we go, Ivan, we've got one more update. I think we could squeeze it in. We're going to get an update on Small Guy.
Small Guy?
Yeah, Small Guy.
Scotty, I hate to be ignorant, but I don't recall a Small Guy in any episode.
Well, actually, Ivan, he's been in quite a few, but he's here, so let me bring him in. So, Small Guy, come on in. Small Guy, Ivan the Impaler.
Nice to meet you, Small Guy, but I really Scotty, I'm at a loss to recall any episode that he was in.
Well, unfortunately, he was cut out a lot of the episodes because of the camera size. I mean, we can't get him in. And again, I want to apologize. But what we did today is we digitally enhanced some of the episodes he's in, widen the screen, and we're going to see Small Guy. So, Ivan, without further ado, let's take a look at Small Guy and a few Wrestlevision episodes.
So, Scotty, maybe I can jump in here. I mean, yes, he really was Kamala's handler. I mean, we saw him in the Ballpark Brawl in Buffalo last year and in Rochester, and also we saw him in Warrior 1 in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada.
Dusty, the one thing you are famous for are the ref bumps that you take. I've seen you take countless bumps over the years, but your body, you keep coming back for more.
That's right. My body's taken more abuse than any referee ever.
Is it to your liking?
Well, you know what I asked for? I asked for a frappuccino. This is clearly cappuccino. Don't you know the difference, you idiot?
Oh, I am so sorry. So let me go back and get you another one. A cappuccino, you said, sir.
Frappuccino.
Oh, frappuccino. I'm sorry. I get confused. Chinos. Frappuccino. I am so sorry. Well, fans, we got to go. And Ivan, I want to thank you for coming on this week.
Glad to be here, Scotty. But in reference to something that was said earlier in the show, you really do still hold it against me that I introduced you to Uberfan Klepp?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. How can we make this right so we can move on?
I don't know. What do you have in mind?
Hug it out, bitch.
What is it? Oh, God!